Gods of our land, why have you chosen to punish me?
Kisaram did not know how long she ran. She only knew that when her legs finally gave way, the forest was no longer frightening, it was indifferent. She lay on her side, chest heaving, cheek pressed into damp earth. Her wrapper was torn, her feet raw and bleeding, but the pain came second to the thought that refused to leave her mind. My father let me go. Morning came quietly. No drums. No voices. Just birds and lights filtering through the leaves. She pushed herself upright and sat there for a long time, staring at her hands. These were hands that had never fetched firewood beyond the palace walls. Hands that had never begged. Now they shook. She stood, wiped her face, and began to walk. By afternoon, hunger weakened her steps. She followed a narrow path she did not remember choosing, her thoughts drifting between memories of the palace and flashes of Nkiru's face, calm, controlled, victorious. She did not hear the footstep behind her until it stopped. Princess! Kisaram turned sharply, fear flaring. The man standing there was older, a hunter by the look of him, his bow resting against his shoulder. His eyes were not hostile, only curious. I thought the forest had swallowed you, he said. Her voice barely came out. Please. I'm not armed. He studied her for a moment, then lowered his bow. I knew who you are. Her heart sank. They said you ran because you were guilty, he continued. But guilt does not look like this. Tears welled in her eyes, unexpected and sudden. Where do I go? The hunter sighed. You don't go anywhere yet. Follow me. His name was Madhu. He lived on the edge of the forest with his wife, a quiet woman named Ifinanya who did not ask questions. They washed Kisaram's feet, gave her food, and allowed her to sleep without fear for the first time since she fled. That night, Kisaram woke to voices. They will come, Madhu said in a low tone. The palace does not forgive embarrassment. If they find her here, Ifinanya began. They won't, Madhu replied. Not yet. But he was wrong. Back in Umunari, Nkiru sat where Kisaram once sat, closer to the king, closer to power. She listened more than she spoke. She allowed elders to believe decisions were theirs. She smiled when the people praised her strength. Only Prince Obina refused to play along. You speak as if she never existed, he said one evening, his voice controlled. Nkiru did not look at him. She made her choice. You made it for her. Her eyes flicked to him then. Be careful, Prince. You are a guest. And you are afraid, he replied calmly. For the first time, her composure cracked, just a little. Obina left the palace the next morning. Rumors followed him. Some said he was insulted. Others said he feared commitment. Nkiru allowed all versions to breathe. Truth was dangerous. 3 days later, soldiers entered the forest. Not loudly. Not officially. They moved like men with instructions they did not want to understand. Madhu saw them first. You must leave now, he told Kisaram urgently. They are close. She grabbed his arm. If I go, they will punish you. He shook his head. If you stay, they will kill you. He pressed a small knife into her hand. Walk south. Do not follow paths. She hesitated only a moment before embracing Iphigenia, then disappeared into the trees. From behind, Iphigenia watched until the forest swallowed her. She will not survive alone, she whispered. She will, Madhu replied quietly. Because she must. That night, soldiers searched the hut. They found nothing. But one of them lingered longer than necessary, eyes sharp. She passed through here, he said. Madhu met his gaze. Many pass. The soldier smiled thinly. We will return. Kisaram walked until her legs shook again. This time, she did not cry. She was learning something new, that tears did not change direction. By the 5th day, she reached a small settlement near the river. Fishermen. Traders. People who did not bow. She kept her head down, worked for food, slept where she could. She learned how quickly respect disappears when titles do. One evening, as she washed clothes by the river, a familiar voice froze her blood. You are harder to find than I imagined. She turned slowly. Prince Obina stood a few steps away, travel-worn, eyes fixed on her as if she might vanish. Her voice trembled. You should not be here. Neither should you, he replied. For a moment, neither moved. They will kill you if they see us together, she said. They already want to kill me, he answered simply. For living. She looked away. My sister will never stop. Obina stepped closer. Then we stopped running. Before she could respond, shouting broke out behind them. Torches. Too many. Kisaram's breath caught. Obina reached for her hand. This time, he did not hesitate. Run, he said. They ran. Arrows cut through leaves. Feet thundered behind them. At the riverbank, Obina pushed her toward the water. Swim, he ordered. She stared at him. You. I will slow them, he said. No, she cried. He smiled faintly. Trust me. She plunged into the river just as soldiers burst through the trees. Obina turned to face them. Prince of NRI, the leader said. You stand in the way of royal justice. Obina straightened. Then step aside. This is not your kingdom. Steel flashed. From the river, Kisaram watched helplessly as Obina was struck down, dragged to the ground, his blood dark against the earth. Her scream drowned in the water. By dawn, news reached Umuneri. Prince Obina had been captured. Nkiru closed her eyes slowly when she heard. Not in relief. In calculation. Prepare the courtyard, she said. Let the people see the cost of disobedience. And far from the palace, soaked and shaking, Kisaram crawled onto the riverbank alone. For the first time since she fled, she did not feel like running. She felt like returning. But not as a daughter. Not as a sister. As something Umuneri had never prepared for. And as the sun rose, the distance between love and vengeance finally disappeared.